Welcome back to Conspiracy Outpost Feast and Famine, the Fall of Medenvard. You know what it is, bitch. This is like 20 episodes in, and if you're starting this one first and listening backwards, that's goddamn crazy. Just go to episode 1 and do it right, you twiggy little indie fuck. Please check out our Patreon. Check us out everywhere that podcasts are. Listen to the regular Conspiracy Outpost podcast. It's all dope as fuck. Anyway, I'm your host, Game Master, and Dungeon Daddy, Nate Nasty. I am joined by your favorite tetrad of traveling travesties, whose twinkling twilight eyes have led them to the tantalizing tower, tantamount to terrific gains and terrible tall tales. Please introduce yourselves, boys.
I'm John Gilmore, and after seeing what happened to Daigle last week, I might have think we overstepped a bit and maybe, sized ourselves up too much.
I'm Edgar Nolam, and I've never tried a strawberry before, but they look delicious. Strawberry. All right, Matthew.
I'm David Scott Hatch, and thanks to Edgar, I don't think I could see what kids like Cinnamon Toast Crunch anymore.
Wilton here, currently photosynthesizing, ready to prestige to my next form, ascend to the gods, rule the realm, bone crag shit.
Last time, these 4 men of Miser's Peak left the monster-studded gates of a recently conquered Stovehurst and arrived at the Lonely Tower, following a quest originally given them by Cliff Vaulter of the Lanish people to the east. Upon arriving, they were assaulted by strange lamprey-mouthed creatures in a large encampment of decrepit, abandoned tents. They ran and entered the tower using Daigle's blood. When sealed inside, they found odd constructions of metal, sandbags, broken glass, wiring, and signs of technology advanced beyond their own time. They displaced some sandbags filled with machinery and gravel to enter the left hall. There they met denizens trapped within the tower, such as the historian Trenton and his son, the mechanic Levant. All was well until the cannibals Corvo and Meridia burst in using the opening that our friendly mercenaries had created. Daigle almost perished. However, Corvo and Meridia did perish in the battle with their heavy, clanking steel falling to the ground. We rejoin our party after a night's rest in comfortable sleeping bags of a strange foreign material within one of many rooms of the long halls of this strange building of metal and glass and darkness and dead technology. You can smell a bit of a pungent aroma in the air as you wake. It's a smell somewhat foul and somewhat alluring, though it seems like something which could cause you to become lightheaded. There's also some smoke in the air. You hear metal canisters banging in the hall outside, one at a time. Clink. They clatter down the hallway away from your rooms. It is nearly pitch black in your sleeping area, but outside your doorway, a dim glow.
I don't know what this stuff is made of, but it's making my
damn, they're being loud. Oh shit!
Can anybody else?
What's the likeliness of cooking those motherfuckers we just killed?
Are we all in the same room, did you say? Or we're in separate rooms? Did you say separate?
You're all sleeping in one of the rooms, which, last night Levant mentioned that these rooms are called cubicles in his culture.
You guys, I don't know, dude. Let's see what's going on outside of the spherical. Is that what he said they were called? Spherical?
Oh, he said pubicle.
Pubicle. That makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
But I thought you were supposed to be some kind of smart boy.
I am a smart boy. I'm an itchy boy, too. I don't like the things these things are made of. Hey, Daigle.
Really? I find them to be quite delightful.
Wilton, do I get a red mark on my
They
ass?
make a cool sound.
All right, let's go. Let's go see what's going on. I don't appreciate that noise. It's keeping me up.
I go to help Daigle up.
Yeah. Hey, Daigle, roll a wisdom check.
Right. So a 6, right? Or a D20?
Mm-hmm.
15 plus 1.
As you're standing up, you manage to very deftly sidestep a pile of shit at the edge of your sleeping bag, a fresh pile.
Why does this keep happening?
Oh my god!
Daigle, I'm starting to think you're doing that yourself.
You just trying to get attention, man?
What a shit.
Did we go
Shit
through
where I
that
eat. I
sausage
don't-
nonsense
I
for
don't shit where I
nothing?
sleep.
Seriously, what is going on? The birthmark thing, and now you're shitting yourself?
I couldn't tell you. So to me.
You hear footsteps coming up the hall from outside, and you see Levant walk by, and he's got his overalls on. Here, what do they call them? Coveralls, like a mechanic wears. Yeah, he's got like coveralls on, and his tool belt. And he walks. He's like, "Hey guys, it smells like shit over here."
Yeah, one of our guys had an accident. Hey, where are you going?
We use the bathroom on the other side of this chamber. Yeah,
Is
I'm
it
going there
different?
now.
Is it a different cubicle?
Yes. He kind of eyes you, like wondering if you're fucking with him, like those kind of eyes.
I'm just sitting there smiling, like, look, I remembered and paid attention. And,
He says, "Yeah, I'm just. I started gathering, as much as the gasoline as I could out of some of the machines on the other side of the hall." He's like, "You guys are welcome to check it out too. There's not much over there really, but yeah, I gathered some of the materials. I got a couple tanks of gas out of it, so overall, really good haul. Little bit of food stashed away over there too as well. So I have breakfast."
Well, if you still have some room, there's a tank of gas lying at the foot of my bedroll. If you want to go ahead and extract that.
He looks down at the bedroll and he says, "Yeah, no thanks."
where you head? You mind if I walk with you? Ask you a couple of questions.
He says, "Yeah, sure."
All right, I'm gonna head with him.
I'll probably just
follow
follow
him.
them. Yeah.
Okay, as you guys step out of the
wanna
room,
yeah,
you
I'll follow.
can see that the dim glow is coming from a few of these like bluish white lamps that are on the ground around where the fire pit is, and you can see that there's like a small like a metal kind of like cylinder. It's kind of like a hobo stove that's like over the middle of the fire with like some gas in the bottom of it, and it smells like they're frying or they're boiling water. You don't really. I guess they're not frying anything, but they're boiling water. And you can see the girls are there, and yeah, just the kids are there. Yeah. Okay, so you're walking with the guy with
Yeah.
Levant.
So, Levant, you mentioned Wait, he was the one that mentioned about helping him get the power back on? Is that the same guy? Wait, Levant, you mentioned something about the power and needing it turned back on. Can you kind of clarify what you meant by that?
He says, "Yeah." He says, "I'm not sure if the circuits were overloaded or if some of the wires have been torn out in other parts of the building, but for some reason, the lights are no longer powered. Something leads me to believe that it's a problem with the power supply because occasionally there are surges where the lights will come on, some of the machinery will reoperate for a few moments. Yeah, I was just hoping you might be able to help with that if you have any knowledge."
This is kind of embarrassing, but I
You're
don't know
speaking
what
like a
any of that you
scholar.
said means.
I don't think Fire'n Boy over here knows what you're talking about. He doesn't know how to read. You're
I
talking like a
can do
scholar.
read. Do you know how to read?
I'm the only illiterate one.
I'm the only man
You guys
here
are all
that
walking
understands
with
what he
him?
said.
You guys are all following him to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Levant, if there's
At least Nagel will know where it's at now.
Yeah.
Is there an area that was maybe too dangerous to go to that you think that maybe there's an issue with the wiring at, like in a location you can't get to?
He says, "Well, there is a." He says, "Yeah, there's got to be somewhere." He says the power has to be contained somewhere outside of these two main chambers. So if you leave from these rooms, there is there's kind of like an odd external hallway, and it leads to a burn chamber. It's a pretty grim place, but further outside of that, it becomes quite dangerous as there have been these automatons that seem to stroll out past the hallway. They have murdered the first person that went to try to walk past. That happened really early in our time getting in here, and it happened so quickly that we just decided it was too dangerous to go any further, and especially more so now that we're out of ammo, more or less.
What are the chances that these things are still alive?
He says, I'm not sure that they ever were alive.
What's an automaton?
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. It's really hard to wrap my head around where you guys are from. He says an automaton is a... Fuck, how do I explain this without saying robot?
The hell's a robot?
Exactly. Okay. Think of a person, but it's not a person because they don't have a brain, but they're made of metal and wires. They consume power, but not from food, and they're used for purposes like a servant might be, but some of them are programmed for combat, and these ones
he's talking
are.
about Lorne.
I've read stories from Aaliyah. Homunculuses?
Are you talking about training dummies? I used to work with those when I was a little kid in the yard.
No, he's talking about Lorne.
I hit Edgar's shoulder, and I say, well, this is a brain dead servant for you.
That's not what I was saying.
That's so mean. Levant's just like he's like, yeah.
If we can get to that source of power and get past these husks of living creatures, can you help us? Can you help me learn some of the? God damn, I can't think. Can you? You think you can teach me a few things that you know? Maybe educate me a little bit about circuits and wires and frared wires.
He says,
Whatever.
He says, you know what? I would be if you could get out of our chamber and go into the further depths of this building and clear the automatons. I would be more than happy to train you in how to do what I know how to do anyway, mechanics. It doesn't really play into this power thing a whole lot, but I do know a bit about wiring.
I think you got yourself a deal. You boys ready to go travel in the depths of darkness? Who's got the torch?
Well, I'd like to get some food first.
Yeah,
Also,
I guess that
do
makes
you
sense.
know how many of
Food and water.
these animated puppets that might be in there? You have a number on them.
I keep forgetting I can see in the dark, right?
He says we have no idea. He says there's been some times where we heard some really loud noises in the distance, and we think that there can't just be one of them, but we've only seen one.
What are their means of weaponry? I know you have these magical sticks that these arrow sticks, these crossbows.
He says, hold that thought for just 1 minute. I really have to take a shit. And he steps into the bathroom, and you hear some. And then what sounds like somebody pouring out a bottle of soda, and then
Oh God!
and he steps out of the room a minute later, and he's like, crossbows, huh?
It's like
This thing, it's
Thin walls,
I think
huh?
I've heard a gentleman say something about a rifle. I think is what it's called. This thing right here. This thing. Do they use this?
Yeah,
They use
a
this
rifle.
thing.
Yeah, what about guns? Yeah, guns or rifle?
do
the
the
puppets use this
training
thing?
dummies have them?
Oh, no. He says they do have some sort of projectile launch. That's how the first one went. We're not sure exactly what was launched, but there was definitely some pieces of metal that flew past us, and guy was just eviscerated.
I'm sorry, it's hard to concentrate. It smells like chicken liver and cat shit over here right now.
He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, we don't eat very well in here. It's
Yeah, I bet. Is there a
Rough.
cat around? Did you eat that?
well, I don't want to talk about that.
All right, let's say we get something to eat and then we go try to fix this power problem.
Yep. Let's go get some. They managed to scrape up some MREs, so I think they're heating them up over there right now.
Oh, nice. What are MREs?
They're delicious, super salty, and you're gonna love this. You've never had one of these before. You're gonna love this.
Is it like a strawberry?
It's not. It's not. Okay, he walks you back over there, and there are these. There's a bunch. There's like, I guess, how many are you? There are 8 steaming silver pouches that are like sitting around the edge of the grill, and the young girl says, he says they're ready, and she takes one, she grabs 2, and she runs down the hall towards the historian's room. And disappears into the room. The other little kid just sits down on one of the seats, starts eating, as does Levant. And they just they hand some out to you.
We'll take it. Thanks.
I'm confused.
I
I
guess,
thought they were starving when we showed up, and all of a sudden now they got MREs and we're handing our food away to them.
They just found these on the other side after Meridian.
Yeah, we murdered those guys. So I mean,
okay, that makes
it
more
opened
sense.
up more areas they can explore.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Well, I
Edgar,
still take the
why
food
haven't we
and
ever
eat it.
used your flaming oil to cook food like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, that seems pretty smart.
I just look at you and I pull my backpack closer to me.
Yeah, so you guys start digging in. One of you's got lasagna, one of you's got chili mac, one of you's got like the Southwest chicken and black bean.
Dibs on chili mac.
This
You
probably
got, like,
tastes
this-
fucking amazing to us.
Yeah, it tastes fucking awesome. There's way more flavor. Like most of the shit that you've eaten in your lives.
What is this,
probably
trans
been-
fat?
It's probably been seasoned with salt and honey. Like it's probably and some herbs. Stuff's got MSG and shit in it. Dog, it's delicious.
It's mostly dry ass salt preserving all this meat.
Hey Don, how much honey you think they got in
A
this?
dry ass meat.
It's just a mouthful, spitting it.
So after you guys, finish eating your bags, and the Levant goes and pulls a bag that's sitting like on the side of the hallway, and he pulls out this book, and he just kind of like wipes it off, and he passes it over to Edgar, and he says, "You might be gone for a few days." He says, "I'm not sure how long you guys are going to be gone while you're checking these outer chambers. I really hope that everything's safe. But if you have some downtime, you might want to check out this book. It's kind of a primer on what I do. There's some diagrams in here that might be helpful."
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah.
It says mechanics for dummies.
Hey, John, look.
I've never heard the first one, but
this book's about the
last one for sure.
Oh, shit.
Dummies.
Well,
You guys, before we leave, we might not. I don't want to be the one to say this, but in case we don't all make it back, maybe we should talk to the order guy and.
yeah, but hey, Edgar, first, dude,
Oh, my
get some of
dad.
their fire oil.
What?
Dude, get some of their fire oil, man.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I should do that. Yeah, okay.
Fire
just-
oil?
yeah,
You're talking
wait,
about
what?
the gas.
Yeah. I've seen shit like it before, so that's what I assume it is.
He says, "Yeah, we only need a really small amount for this for this really nice cook stove that we have here. So I mean, I could part with a bit, especially for all you've done for us so far. Thank you again."
Yeah, I think Daigle's.
We did our best. So all you can ask for, I guess.
Daigle's
I mean, you
wearing
did
his
let the
shirt.
cannibals in here, but to be fair, you cleaned it up pretty quick.
Daigle's the one wearing his bravery on his face.
It did feel quick.
Like an S on his chest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he looks at your face, Daigle, and he's like, "Ugh."
I can touch it.
He says, "You know what?
What are you cool about, huh? Huh?
I actually have something that might help. I was
Do you now?
saving it for a
For
you know,
me?
for a time.
Oh, how thoughtful.
I guess so." And
Yeah, no, we both guessed it, right?
he opens up he pulls out his pack, and he rips open this like metallic looking pack, and from the inside of it, he pulls out like a small tube, and it's blue, and he twists it, and it like cracks and comes off into two parts, and each one of them looks like it has like a dropper at the end, and he takes one of them and just like sets it down, and then takes the other one, and he unscrews the cap of the bottom one and like squeezes the material from the top one into it, then screws back on the top one, shakes it up, and he says, "Here, come here."
All right.
And he just like starts squeezing out some of these drops onto your face, and it feels really cold. It just feels like super cold on your face. And
Nice.
as everybody's like watching you in the glow light, you can see that like some of the like scarring on his face, well, not scarring yet, but the the disgusting wounds from the acid are starting to like clear up before your eyes.
So wow, Diggle, you might not start to look like me after all.
What about the
I could
forehead
see a
from
little
the
bit.
monster that latched onto him?
I can see a little bit.
Okay, so it only manages to make that wound a little shallower. So you still have kind of like this like ring shaped scar on your forehead, but it's kind of small. But the rest of the chemical burns, almost all of them are gone.
I could fucking see my sight.
Oh yeah, you can.
Did you
close your
realize
eyes
there's
and
light in
again.
here? Oh, this light is so bright.
I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
see, there's
Everything looks fine to me. I can see in the
Oh,
dark.
does it? I bet.
I'm
How about this? How about this,
sorry,
horseboy? Next time you try to help somebody, just stay out. Just stay out, please.
sorry.
What?
Or throw better. You know, that might work
What's
too.
wrong out there?
Why is everybody trying to guilt Edgar into suicide? I jump into third person real quick. You guys, I want to ask the orator something before we leave. Oh, also, did I take some of that gas stuff?
Oh yeah. So do you have any containers?
I just have one vial left, empty vial.
He hands you a metal. He hands you like a metal canister with a quart of gas.
Okay.
Nice.
So this, if you separated it into smaller things, it will fill like, you know, a good amount of like vials.
Okay. Wait, is he just giving me the whole canister, or is he just?
No, he had like so those canisters. You see like a pile in the hallway of just spent canisters that he'd thrown away, and he has like a big full canister, and he just like pours some of it into a smaller metal canister for you.
Oh, okay, so I have like a small canister then.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a quart. It's a good amount.
Nice.
That's one big fire or a bunch of little ones.
Ooh. I like fires.
We know.
All right. So
He says, so you want to talk to my dad?
yeah, I think we all have a couple of questions. At
He
least
says,
I
well,
do.
no, I know he'll be glad to see you. You guys are the first thing he brought up this morning. He says, yeah, he should be done eating by now. And as he's saying that, the girl like walks out of the room, and she like gives him a thumbs up and like walks down the hall and sits next to her little brother by the fire or by the cook stove. And Levant begins leading you down the hallway to Trenton, the historian's room.
The historian.
Levant, he's not going to try to molest us while we're in there, is he?
Why you have already been down here?
He says, is that like the old timey use of the word, like bother you?
Does it? Yeah. Well, of course it bothers us.
He says, no, he's not gonna molest you. He's always been a pretty kind father.
Most of them are. Most of the fathers of every church are very kind.
Okay, and so yeah, you guys arrive at the door, and you can see the old man sitting there with his 44 Magnum like laying across his belly, and his like hand on his finger on the trigger, and he's like, "Oh, boys, oh, good to see you. Good morning. I hope you slept well."
I slept well.
Yeah, a little itchy.
Bulk up to some shit.
Oh, that's true. We did. Daniel.
Very smelly.
It's not fine.
But weird
they
because
say?
it's not like the way
Shit
your
happens.
people are shitting. Shit happens.
You know what they say? Shit happens.
So you're supposedly from the future, all of you? Or a version of it? I just want to know, in your timeline, do people still worship the saints? Whatever happened to them? Is Severin still running cults?
I awoke in the middle of the night thinking about this very thing. He says, well, the saints exist largely as a sort of legend in our histories, though their names live on in many things. An Elgun is named after Elohar, as it is the most accurate rifle. A fortnight is named for Belfort and is jokingly used as a term for a period of stopping to feast. You see, there are no feasts in my time. A rick is an especially good medic, and a rick job is a serious grave wound. The mutants are named after Malmute, as legend tells of his men, whose bodies changed in their worship of him. These are mostly spoke of in jest. Few even believe of the saints' existence, but their names pepper our language. Despite the widely regarded disbelief, wealthy private interest groups have pursued their lost relics, and our histories recount several wars over powerful technologies which are, for some reason, attributed to the saints, if only in name. But I have never heard of Severin. In our histories, there are only 4 saints, and he is not one of them.
It's pretty interesting.
I think he's more of a
I like to think.
self-proclaimed
I like
kind
to
of
think I was the
kind
one
of
that put a stop to
thing
him.
anyway.
But I just step back and let someone else move forward.
Would you know,
more questions than
Brent?
it does answers.
I just glare at Edgar after he says that. I'd like to think I put a stop to him. Like, the fuck?
I'm just looking murderously into the corner at nobody in particular. Like
I always knew he had a problem with him, but damn.
I got malicious thoughts dancing in my
That's
head right
why
now.
has some issues.
Would you know Brent and his followers, the future of him and his people?
He says, who? What was the name?
Brent of the High Oak?
The High Oak. He says, I've never heard of this man, Brent. But there's a child's story speaks of the High Oak. Men of the trees who take the shape of beasts and listen to the words of the forest. No leaders, only the mana of nature is their guide. There are many silly stories, interesting of them. They supposedly originated south of an old fortress called Stove Fort. There are some who theorize a connection between them and the ageless trees, these strange things of metal that are not truly trees at all.
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied with any of these answers. I'm just kidding.
I've got a very airy feeling.
Then again, if we're thinking about it, though, it's like any questions that we have, this is like way into the future. So it's like a lot of the stuff is lost shit, probably.
No, I'm just hoping that I kill him. That's my goal.
You great wizard. What do you know about this disgusting thing on my neck? Sometimes it gets real hot.
He looks at your neck and you see his eyes just kind of like open wide. And he like holds his he puts his gun over his heart for a second. He's like,
Yeah, you should have went last.
dead body of Neringan. I've seen this in the archives of the Mirthless. They exist only on leather pages, claimed to be the skin of men, yet I did not believe it. It is said that an organization, the Nameless, hunted the bearers of this anomalous birthmark into extinction. It is the mark of Uthvel de Nisby, worshippers of death, scarers of bone, rumored to possess the secrets of unending life, though accursed by many accounts. Said to be compelled to sadistic activities, heartless, and they bleed black blood. Legends speak of them with hollow eyes, great contempt for the saints, and the spontaneous burning of their skin in the presence of the saints' relics.
Boormen?
I don't know what you said just now, but I'm kind of scared.
Me too.
I think I should ask something else. Like, where's the bathroom again?
Down the hall to the left.
At the foot of your bedroll.
Right.
Man.
Right. I'm gonna just go down there real quick. I think I need to go.
Just well, Trenton, that was pretty horrifying.
He watches you closely as you walk out of the room. He's like,
Hopefully, on a lighter note, what can you tell me about Blackcap? As far as his rise to power, impact on history goes.
it takes him a second to like come back from like reeling from like what he was just thinking about, and he just he's like looking past you for a moment, but then his eyes like lock onto you, and he says, I'm surprised yet again at how your connection to the past rings true. I'm humbled by all that I've called impossible in my life. Yes, the histories speak of Blackcap, known also as Plague Lord, Faceless King, and Orin the Cruel. In what I assume would be your time, he stormed Bella Fortuna, taking control of it, erecting massive fortifications seemingly overnight. It is detailed well in the histories of the Fortuna Tempests, written by those expelled from their lands. This dark citadel and its mighty walls still stand to the days of my time. They say he was horribly disfigured, immune to aging. His men were little more than beasts with mindless eyes and bodies strong as oxen. In my time, nobody visits the citadel. Nobody knows where he came from or how he struck so suddenly in such force. But a mysterious cataclysm came around this time. The histories ended for hundreds of years following Blackcap's arrival in Bella Fortuna. The millennia that followed those dark ages was known as the Great Threading, as the tapestry of Varden rewove itself to a period of wild aspiration before succumbing again to cataclysm, this of man's own devising.
I just look down and go, "Oh, Warren, what are you doing?" And I look back at them and I just go, "I don't think those people we got out of Stovehurst are going anywhere happy right now."
I don't
I
think
see
any
you
of us
men
are.
like to skip the small talk, and I appreciate that much. I've had enough small talk for my long life, and there's not much left.
How old are you?
92.
Whew.
It is a wonder how long we were able to survive, and me needing to be carried or pushed in my chair.
It's like 70 years longer than I think I'm going to live.
Dude, how old is Edgar? I forget. I know he's younger.
He's like he's 16.
Okay.
And that's pushing it for a stable boy. I was just trying to get like not a little kid and as close to an adult as I could possibly get without making it weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He says, I'm growing weary. I think I'll have to return to sleep a while. He looks a little dizzy, and he said, I overheard you talking up the hall, and you're going further into the tower. He says, please, take this with you. And he pushes his gun towards the end of the bed, and he reaches underneath his pillow, and he pulls out. Oh wait, let me roll it actually. He pulls out 7 rounds and pushes them like across the bed, and he says, "Please, take this with you." He says, "Be very careful.
Fuck?
It's got quite a kick. You're going to hold it with both hands. Don't act like an action movie hero."
What? You're
what?
right. We shouldn't act like that. What's an action movie hero?
He says, "Oh," he says, "Well, just be careful."
Damn, you had these 7. You had these 7 shots, and you couldn't even help us out with that battle. You dick.
Oh shit! There's the 8th shot right there. Shot fired.
He says, I can look at me. I can't fight.
Bullet.
I can't even move this bed."
All right, guys. Who's getting the piece?
Don't be an asshole to me, young man. You little piece of shit.
Yeah, I am a piece of shit.
You mock his voice.
Well,
So who's getting the? Who's
He passes
getting the
out.
weapon? So who's getting the?
I bust in. Listen, you son of a bitch! You can't just leave me at that. I have so. What?
well, Wilton's our
Somebody-
crack
somebody
shot. Give it
kill
to him.
Somebody kill him.
No,
He sits perfectly still, unmoving as the seconds pass. 1.
All right, let's just grab this and get out of
2,
here and pretend like he was fine.
3.
Let's go.
Not today, old timer. Not today. I grab it. Well, does he still have his piece next to him, or did he hand it to one of us?
He
pushed it
pushed
to
it.
the end of the bed.
Yeah,
I
that's
take
what I
it
was
all
saying.
then.
Who's take? Yeah, all right.
Whoa! Will, if anyone's gonna have this dying man last piece, I think it's gonna be me.
Remember the bar of silver? I rest my case.
Bone crack, that's not even silver. You can't even trade that for nothing. Plus, you don't know how to use it.
That is fair. You are the only one who actually got taught how to use the gun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you probably should go to
Yeah,
Daigle.
you should actually take it.
Boy, know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were
Hand
gonna
it
turn
over.
around and be like.
I think
"Well,
we'd all be a
Airbnb."
little bit more safer.
But I still have it in my hand, and I'm just pointing it at him now. Listen here, man.
Oh yeah, you guys don't know anything about gun safety. Like fucking totally just pointing right at each other.
Here, you want this? I just start pulling the trigger because it's not loaded, right? Here, you want this useless piece of equipment? Here. Throw it to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dago, pick up your shells. I think you got 7, he said.
Hell of a time. Yeah, he said
7 rounds. It's got no safety because that's how this old man rolls. No, it's got a safety.
See, he's hoping it went off in his sleep and it put him out of his misery.
I guess there's no way to know if it's like a double action or a single unless we.
He's
fire
lived
it
for
off.
92 years. He knows all about, things going off in your sleep.
He smithed that gun.
He's been through that phase.
Somebody went off in their sleep. That's why there was shit at the end of the sleeping bag.
I wish I could go off in my sleep. I can't even go off awake anymore.
I just give him a dirty look. Dusty old man. I'm gonna go up to John. John, I was meaning to bring this up before. It was after we left Stovehurst. The way I see it, you and me hold the most dangerous cards here.
What do you mean?
You and me both, in our collective knowledge, can possibly create one of these, or at least try, of these pigmen. If we have any chance of stopping your brother, if the look in your eye is the one that I know it is, then I'm thinking we take this, try it, and maybe try it on a large scale. If we can successfully do it and create our own.
Edgar, I don't want to be a dick, but I don't want to hear any more of this. What Oren is doing to these people or these creatures is terrible, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to become him.
Shoot yourself. I guess I'll have to find someone else that's willing to cross that line.
Don't. Like, seriously. What I've done to my body is way different. He's taking people's minds away. It's not right.
We don't even know if they were alive before it happened.
I mean, if we're reanimating a body, that's different, but I can't do that to a living person. I can't take
I
someone's
say we try it with a
soul
corpse. If that
away.
doesn't work, if it doesn't work with a corpse, then we'll part ways on creative differences.
I'd be willing to try on a corpse, but I can't do that to a living person. And I don't think you should either.
Well, let's focus on the task.
Not even if it's your worst enemy. And I know how you don't like the Severin.
Does anybody have any knowledge on, like, armor? Like metals?
I know we're wearing some armor.
I know a little bit about silver.
I know a real fast way to lose a whole bar in like 10 seconds.
I was just wondering, because these machines that we were gonna fight, I was just wondering if my iron arrows will be able to penetrate their armor if we can identify them.
As you guys are leaving the old man's room with that sick ass 44 Magnum, you can see Levant sitting there, like eating his food, like up the hallway, and he sees you guys come out, and he nods to you, and waves you over with his mouth full of food. He's like, So when are you guys planning on heading out? Did you need anything?
Some water would be nice. We might be gone for a few
Water?
days.
If you have any extra
some
MREs,
spirits, some
alcohol,
chili.
some MREs.
Oh yeah. Also, a promise that you'll take care of that wonderful man back there. He seems to be having a hard time.
Yeah, turns out he didn't molest us at all.
I told you.
I mean, Bone Crag was
told
quite
you.
he was quite
Good guy.
sore, but not from his arse, but just saddened that he didn't get a little bit of something. One thing, can you take me out to
frowns at
shoot
you.
one of these? Can you take me out to shoot one of these? I just want to fire one, just so I kind of understand the what's behind it and all.
He says if you want to shoot this thing, he says I'd recommend that you step down this hall away from all of us and you fire
Alright.
at those bags because it shouldn't ricochet off the bags.
Sounds good. So I'm gonna go do that. That way I can get a feel for the kick of it.
You guys
so I
have
understand
this
it,
is
so I'm not.
this is a shot in the dark. Do you guys have any type of like phosphorus of the powdered persuasion?
What?
He says phosphorus. He says no, don't have any phosphorus. We do have some phosphoric acid though.
Oh, I'll be happy to oblige in that.
He says oh yeah, you're more of a chemist, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you can call it that.
He says, okay, yeah, let me grab you some. He says, do you have anything to put it in? We need glass for that.
I yell from the hall.
I have.
Bring it onto my face. I yell
I
from the
just have
hall.
one vial. Everything else is kind of lost a lot in that battle.
He says, you know what? I'll check the kit. I'll see what's in there. Go ahead and highs or lows.
Highs, baby.
Should've went with
Okay, he walks back a few minutes later. He goes into the side room where they have like opposite the room where they have the big water containers, and he brings out 4 vials of phosphoric acid.
Oh, that'll bump me to 6. Hell yeah.
He says, yeah, I don't know what you need this for, but you know, put it to good use.
Well, I appreciate it a lot. Also gonna ask one more thing. You wouldn't happen to have any oil laying around, would you?
Oil. Oh, he says, yeah, we have oil. We have cat oil.
What?
I knew they were eating cats.
I mean, we have oil. We just have oil. I'll get you some oil. Yeah, we've got oil. And he walks out of the storeroom where they have the water, and he hands you a quart of oil.
In a little
And it's kind of it's a yellowish color. It looks like a gross oil. And and he says, yeah, you guys are welcome to fill up whatever you've got for water in that room right there. There's plenty. So you just turn the handle on the tap and the water just comes right out. He says, make sure you use the one on the left. That stuff's purified.
How much does a water skin hold?
I believe it is 3 drinks of water. It's enough water for a day. I think that's what we decided.
Let's fill them up, boys, and let's head out on the road.
I fill up all 3 of my water skins.
All right, show off.
I come back and I fill mine up after shooting that round. Oh, this
can we
fucking
hear it?
beast kicks like a mule. Hey,
Did
better
you
coin
shoot
that.
a round?
I came up with that.
Did you just
The
shoot?
fucking kicks hard. Yes, I did. You hear that was the noise?
We needed
You
those
didn't hear it?
for
I shot
emergency.
one so I could fucking
I mean,
test. I have one.
well,
I got 6 more rounds
He's got
left.
6 shots yet.
I got 6
Jesus.
more.
Well,
I had a test run.
If you shot that, okay, so what? we have to play that out, dude. We can't just
Okay,
say
let's
that
play
that
that out.
happened in the background.
Let's
Because that's
play- I fucking-
intense, dude. That's
Just,
so.
we're just sitting there
fucking
filling
shoot
up
the-
water.
I shoot the round. Yeah, while they're.
You guys hear in the other room a loud. It sounds like a huge fucking explosion, like nothing you've ever heard before. Just like out in the hall there.
Boar man.
Hold on. Have I heard it before? Do I recognize it?
Actually, I guess it does sound similar to something you've heard before.
Yeah.
Oh, Wilton actually recognized the sound from 2 places.
Oh shit.
You remember it from the Malfora dream that you had with Edgar too, or I guess Edgar does too. Actually, everybody has a slight recollection of this sound, but hearing it this close and this loud.
Wait, did we do the Malfora? I do not remember this.
Yeah, you did the Mal. Yeah,
Edgar didn't do it. I did mine in the height of battle.
Okay, so it was Wilton. It was Wilton that had the vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So Wilton is the person who recognizes the sound as well as John.
Okay.
Wow, we're in the dark. And I can use
Heard that before.
Anyway,
So bam, you hear a big fucking explosion, and then Daigle.
holy feast of fucking Belfort! I'm a fucking god over here. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? This thing kicks like a mule. Record that. Put it in a book. I'm the first. Coin it.
Daigle's probably partially deaf right now. No ear protection or nothing.
That's why he's yelling
in the hallway.
I run out into the hallway and Daigle.
What?
What was that?
That's tinnitus, brother.
I've only heard that once before.
What's John, you gotta talk louder. My ears are ringing.
Was that the gun?
The gun is out. Yeah. Yes,
Oh my
it
God.
was.
The sound again.
What,
And you
again?
see it blew
Do I shoot it
Right,
again?
Wilton? Oh, fuck.
It blew a big hole in one of the bags too.
Wilton, Oren had one of those. I guarantee it. We've heard it before.
Wasn't as loud.
Where'd he get one?
Did he go to the future?
I don't fucking know.
All right, let's head on the. Let's see where we can.
I
see
feel
if we
like
can-
Daigle should have rolled for the kick of the gun.
Oh, maybe.
See if it smacked him in the face. I've seen that happen
Yeah.
to someone. That's also,
Yeah.
that's also,
Daigle roll a strength check.
You're gonna get a fucking 20, 12.
Okay, yeah, you stop it just short of like smacking you in the forehead, you know.
Skilled.
What you do.
All right, guys. What do you say we head on the road and get this over with?
Oh, I'm ready for these puppets. Oh, got
Get the
something.
show
I got
on the
a secret.
road, as they say.
let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
Levant and the girls give you their thanks and wish you well on your journey. And Levant says, he says, you just be careful out there, okay? Make sure, just keep yourself safe, okay? I'm really glad that my father gave you the gun. I think you're gonna need it.
The hunt.
Well, I hope not,
there-
but I guess it should work.
Is there any weakness to this enemy? That I maybe fighting over there.
He says, depending on if you can find any sort of exposed wiring or circuitry, he says those could be weak points. Depends on what they're
that like
made
a-
of. I honestly didn't get a really good look at them. He says, like some automatons use these pneumatic tubes. They're basically these tubes full of like compressed air. And if you could break something like that, then it would, render parts of their body unable to move. I don't know what they're made of.
I'll be
I
able
think
to
I
see
can
it.
understand that. But
I'm sure this book will show us what a wire is.
I guess we'll just check.
I mean, we might know what wire is. I don't know.
Yeah, it is like copper wire and all kinds of
Yeah,
shit. You
baling wire and shit
correct.
like that.
got wire. Yeah.
You could take this rifle. Maybe we can find some more ammo on the other side. It's a bit too encumbering for me, but not for a man of your branches.
Wait, who are you talking to? Oh,
I
The one with
hand the
branches.
rifle. I hand the rifle to Wilton because I have a rifle from the last fight, but I have no cartridges. I have no ammo.
Then what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
he
In
said
case we find ammo, he said.
Yeah, because
Oh.
we're venturing in a dark place. So
Does it have a strap on it? Can I like throw it over on my shoulder?
Oh, you would ask for a
It
strap.
does, yeah.
strap on.
Okay, cool. I throw it over my shoulder. Now I got my
Just-
quiver and a rifle and my
You look
bow
20% more badass.
Nice.
And,
and
your
a bird
shovel.
on each shoulder.
+1 charisma.
Are my birds in here with us, or are they just wandering about in the wild?
No, busy with the infos. Let's hurry before they become.
Roll
what if
a
What have you brought
D100.
me today?
Okay. Oh no. Okay, so he. Okay, he brings a I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Okay, so he lands on your shoulder and he drops something like floppy and light into your hand. And it's you can see that it's really thin. It's got like a ring on the bottom. And it's just like really thin plastic in like the shape of a like a cylinder. And then it's got the ring at the bottom. It's all floppy. It's dry, but
You'd spit on it.
well, Levant notices like that get dropped into your hand by the crow, and he goes, "Oh, whoa, man, put that down."
Oh, what is it?
He says, "Oh, God, it's a condom. Put it down."
What's inside of it?
He says, "If you're lucky, nothing."
I just start stretching it.
He's like,
"What's it made of?"
It's made of rubber. Really, you should put that down. Somebody's put their penis in that.
Penis, you say? Is this some kind of armor?
He's sniffing it.
That's like a sheepskin.
He says, actually, they did used to make those out of sheepskin, but this one's made out of rubber. He says, you don't want to stop smelling that thing. Come on.
We don't know because all our guys are
just
virgins.
like looking at him.
Roll a dexterity roll.
18.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, it hits him in the face. He goes, oh, come on.
My man.
What the fuck, Wilton?
Well, my bird brought it to me, you know. I don't know.
Just a
kids
couple
start
of boys
laughing.
having some fun here. No need to get angry. Well, there's a good chance we might not make it out on the other side.
My
so
God, that's
that one's
disgusting.
a forgiven. That one's a
If you
forgiven.
didn't just save my life yesterday, I'd kick your ass. I'm in a really strange spot right now. Fuck. He kicks a can.
I don't know where that's been.
It's
He's
probably
like,
what
I feel
someone
better.
else's-
I feel better.
Hey, that sounds like
I
it'd
have
be
a feeling
a
that
fun
someone else
game.
put their dick in that thing too.
They just start kicking the can. Hey guys, it's a cool game. You just like kick it to each other.
He says, yeah, you should definitely put your dicks in it, each of you.
I don't like the
toy?
way your face looked when you said that.
Before
I
we
can tell you
take
this.
off, can I
The apple falls
Actually,
from the
if I had
same
a-
tree.
into his shoulder?
If I had a
You what?
dick stacks thrown at my face, I wouldn't trust it. I would say something
Be-
slimy.
Before we head off on our journey, can I just pick it up and like try to sneak it onto his shoulder before we walk away?
Oh, my
I
God.
don't think that's a good idea.
Oh my God.
You need all the help you can right now.
How do you want to try to sneak it onto his shoulder? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm not sure. No,
Well,
never mind.
I'm not going to tell you how. You got to tell me how.
No. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want
Let's
to
just
piss
hit
him
on the
off.
road.
Aw.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Aw. How?
Look at you. You've grown. Wilton has grown from
Wilton has
grabbing
grown.
ass to.
That's what
Can I
trees do.
can I kick it in a corner so I can remember where it's at though?
Oh my God.
He's got tree responsibilities now.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you kick it in a corner and you take a mental marker and mark that
You can
part of
make-
your mental map with condom.
That way I can mess with him after we successfully complete this.
I nudged Bone Crack. I don't know what you're
Wilton
trying to
dies
do.
and he's like,
And you're a
grab the
genius.
condom.
If you could wash the dick out of it, that'd make a killer water skin.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Look
wash
how
the dick.
flexible it was.
Guys, we really should head out.
Yeah, we should head out.
Yeah, we should.
Huzzah!
Yeah, so Levant, he looks over in the corner where you like kick the condom, and he like spits over there, and he says, "You guys are gonna want to head past my father's room, go down to the south. If you make a left, you'll come to a narrow hallway, and that'll take you out into the other part of the building. It's a long straight shot."
Will do. Thank you for your help.
Thank you. I hold
So
my hand
beware-
out to shake his hand.
Beware the narrow
Thank
hallways,
you.
man. It's really close quarters.
All right. Sorry about the
You're
dick
sending
stack.
us there. Why beware there? What the hell, man?
I told you.
We don't
what
want to
this
get
was.
trapped in between.
Sorry about the hog sack.
We don't want to get trapped in a tight spot, is what I think he's trying
That's
to
what you're
say.
here for.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for everything. I hope we get back here intact.
He says, yeah, thank you guys. And yeah, be careful. I hope to see you again, John.
Guys, we're facing something we've never faced before. A possible future. That might take us out before we make it to it. This isn't I don't normally feel like like we're destined to die, but fuck it. Destiny sucks. Who cares? Let's just go.
Man, that was
We gotta make it back here live. Me preferably because I have like 8 books I gotta sign. What about Dago's School Touch? They're there. I gotta sign them.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Here
So
we go.
you guys head out, and you come to a big open chamber where you can see broken clay pots and old withered plants and dirt on the ground. There's a carpet on the floor. The carpet abruptly ends as you come to the narrow hallway to the left, and there is just an opening into the other room. And as you are into another hallway, when you enter this hallway, tell me what order you guys are walking in.
Who wants to be in front?
Someone's got to be in the front.
Probably
Once we
Edgar,
got-
just so he can
Are we
see.
gonna draw?
Yeah, Edgar and
I
Brent,
guess I'm front
I'll be
'cause
behind Edgar.
All
I'll
right.
take
And I'll be
rear.
behind John. And since Wilton's Archer,
Wilton's our long shot. I mean,
Let's go
Alrighty,
in hot
team.
order. Just kidding.
Okay. And what's everybody like walking with? What's everybody got? What are you doing? What are you holding? What are you?
I got
I'm
my
holding
I
one of my.
I got my gauntlets.
I got my dagger,
got-
and then
Oh, this dagger.
Go ahead.
I got my my ivory dagger in one hand and a fucking phosphoric
Also,
acid vial in
when
the
I
other.
when I shot the revolver, is it a double action or single action? Do I pull the trigger and it shoots, or do I have to lock the hammer back and shoot?
Lock the hammer back.
Okay, so it's safe. So it's safe to have it tucked. It's fine. Sorry.
I said it before we get down here. Is there anything you want to say about that silver bar? Like what happened to it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd never lie to you. But there's a poor boy on the streets, and he was begging for food. I don't ever carry food in my wallet. That's a weird thing to do. So what
Can
I
I
did
check
is
him? See if he's lying.
Yeah. It's an insight. It's a roll for insight.
Roll for
wisdom.
insight?
Yeah, wisdom.
I roll. Can I use my
0.
+3 deception?
0. So you
+3 deception.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, roll for it. Roll for it. Okay, yeah, you win.
Believe in it. God damn, what a
So-
good guy.
As we never carry food in our wallets, that's a strange thing, boy. Here's a silver bar. Go buy something for you, your family, the starving kids on the block, and just remember that it wasn't just for me. It was from Bone Crag as well, and the rest of these mercenaries at this college, because we're good people.
Didn't
But it was my money. I actually gave it to you. It was all mine.
Didn't
the
you
word.
lose it? Didn't you lose it at Miser's? I don't remember any kids there.
Wait, yeah.
What?
Yeah, you had Wilton going, but
They also have a daycare. I'm gonna roll another deception check. They also have a daycare. They also have a daycare. I roll a deception check.
okay, Wilton and John, you have advantage on insight checks.
Okay,
now, so go ahead.
I have a
I rolled
+3
an
on my
8.
deception.
The 13.
Plus your wisdom.
Oh, do I roll 2?
My
you rolled
wisdom.
Oh, my bad.
My wisdom is +2.
I have a +3
So
to deception.
I got a
I got a-
15.
Stedo. Oh,
Okay.
No, my pluses.
Well, so here's how it's gonna
It's
go
for
though, because you
perception,
guys
I
are like
don't know.
rolling against each other, and this isn't like the best thing. So what's gonna happen is that like Daigle seems pretty convincing now, but you guys still know who Daigle is, so it's like kind of up to you in the end how how you take it. But it's he's being pretty convincing.
Okay, I just go, oh, sure, yeah. Totally a fucking daycare there and turn away.
I told you.
I lean over to Edgar. Fucking good guy over there, man.
I look at Edgar too, and I whisper in his ear, "You fucking burned me twice, you son of a bitch."
What the hell did Edgar do to you?
The first time with the acid.
Oh,
Because I said the silver thing. I get it.
Then he brought up the bar.
I just shrug it off like whatever. All right, let's continue forward.
All right. As you step through the threshold into this other room, it's almost like stepping out of a warm cabin into like a snowing winter's day. The room is just like perfectly cold. It's very cold. And the floor is tinny and metallic. The walls are actually metallic. It feels like you're in a completely different place than where you just were. It feels like a completely different building almost. And the inner wall is like entirely metallic, and then the outer wall, or the wall on your left, is like a black metal. You can hear the clicking of maybe some of you have like nails in your shoes, you know? You can hear the clicking of those on the metallic floor as you walk down the hall. You see that on the ground as you like round the corner, you can see on the ground that there is there's a skeleton there. And not only is there like a skeleton, it looks like it's been like completely dissembled. All the bones are like separated, and you can see that they're actually arranged by size. So there's like the femurs, and then like rib bones, like the skull at the very end, and all the way down to little tiny bones. It's just a long line of what makes a human.
the fuck, dude?
Is there any anything besides bones around here? Any effects?
No. Oh, you can't
checked
see
any-
shit. Edgar's the only one who sees that. Nobody has any lights. It's perfectly dark in here. Sorry.
Guys, there's a weird assortment of bones here. Looks like the entire human anatomy, or this whole whatever.
Who has a torch,
We
man?
could light a torch. It was a torch. What do we
I
think
like
of this
to be
human-
the one that shows everyone. I pull out my torch and I hand it to Daigle.
I spark it.
But
I'm sorry. Wait,
This
I
looks
don't even know
oddly
if I
familiar.
still. Oh, I do still have a torch. Okay.
John, you
Torch.
mind holding this torch?
Lights.
Since you always got hands free.
Yeah, what?
You always have your hands free. You're never holding a weapon. You're like a fucking like a priest or something. I don't know what they
I
call
can't
you.
close my hands all the way with these.
He has like brass knuckle thingies or something. I forget what they are.
I grab it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm wearing gauntlets. Bladed
okay.
gauntlets. Yeah.
That's what it was.
So I
was
guess I
trying to
can
remember what it
I
was.
can hold it. Yeah, I'm holding it. So I got the torch then.
All right.
Thank you, John.
Don't you have a one-handed
I look
weapon,
around to
Daigle?
see if there's anything,
Huh?
if there's anything alive with us or
I have
anything.
two
moving.
daggers.
Trying to
Okay.
look off into the farther distance where the light can't really reach.
You look around the room and do a D20. Do a your investigate.
Oof.
Oh my god. Okay.
That is beautiful.
You look up towards the ceiling,
5 XP.
and you can see, gosh, how do I describe it? Okay, you can see that there's something moving on the ceiling, right? It's like there's like a little arm that reaches down, and on the end of it is like a black sphere, and you see it like pointing down towards you guys, and it's kind of like moving, like as you guys walk down the hall, or as you guys move, it's like following your movements.
You guys, there's a ceiling crawler. It's holding a black ball, and I don't like the way it's moving about.
I do still have a dipped arrow. Should I shoot it down the hallway?
We're in a big room now, aren't we? Or
Oh,
Down a
is
long
it
hall.
is it right above us or is it like
Right
a little
above
bit?
you.
Okay.
I point up at it in the direction if Wilton's trying to fire at it.
And you can see that there are some scratches in the metal up the wall too, and a few dents.
Well, I'm gonna take this dipped arrow, light it on the torch, and shoot it down the hall. Well, Edgar, tell me which way to shoot it, and I'll let it go.
It's
I'm
It's
pointing
straight above
directly.
us.
I'm pointing directly at the ball hand.
Okay, so I just shoot in the direction he's pointing.
Straight
Okay.
up, bro.
Roll a D20, yeah. Roll an attack. baby.
Nice.
My attacks
Nice.
would be 8, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah. Boop. Oh, with
Yeah.
a +5 to hit.
+3 to damage. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So your arrow, you shoot straight up, and it goes psh, right. Did you light your arrow? Is that what you said you did?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you shoot your flaming arrow upwards. It crashes right into that black ball and like shatters it. A bunch of glass falls down on you guys. It's not sharp glass because it's like kind of like safety glass, and the arrow like sticks into all these wires. A bunch of sparks go psh, with the fire, and the arm just kind of like falls down like half limp and like twitching, just like me after I nut.
You guys, I think we found the robust.
Can I, is it low enough where I can jump up and grab it?
No, it's pretty high up there. It's like 10
Can
feet
someone
up.
boost me?
10 feet up.
Yep.
I mean, you tried to get on my shoulders.
We're not cheerleaders. I don't think we could do that.
Hold on. You still got a rope? Try to lasso that son of a bitch.
Let's see if I have a rope still.
Give it to Edgar. He might know how to lasso.
Yeah.
Do I look like Wonder Woman?
Yes, I do have 30 foot of rope still. Woo!
Yeah, but you work with horses.
Oh yeah, you're right. Huh? Sometimes I forget about my
I
past.
give Edgar the rope.
All right, I'm gonna try to lasso me a critter. Let's do
Okay.
this.
We'll give you a +2. Go ahead and make a roll.
All right.
Is that Dex?
Yeah. It's
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Hell yeah.
god.
Hey guys, I brought me a stallion, boys.
You got an 18 +2.
Get that
plus who
horse.
knows what else, dude? Okay, so
Get that fucking
you see him.
horse!
He makes a perfect fucking like lasso knot onto the rope and fucking hoists it up there and pulls onto the end of it, sinking it at the middle of the arm.
All right, I'm gonna try. Everybody, grab on. Let's pull it down. Let's do it. Let's all pull it down.
1, 2, 3, pull!
You all pull on the rope and you see that it's got like a metal plate that it's attached to on the ceiling. And as you guys are pulling, you can see like the bolts coming loose, and then you just slam straight down towards you. Everybody make a reflex save.
I really hope that this isn't the power source.
Oh my god!
No!
Oh
I'm
fuck!
getting pelted. I'm done for.
Wilton dies. No, I'm just kidding. Oh fuck. Okay.
My tree
This
will
is
live
so
on.
interesting. This is the type of shit that like I can't write. I can't like
You
write.
can't
I have
account
no
for
idea.
us.
No idea. What?
I rolled a 1, everybody.
We're all a bunch of
rolled a one.
dumbasses. We
I
go,
gotta
ooh,
stop.
metal arm. I want it.
There's like yank it out of the ceiling.
Hey,
from
look at it coming
underneath.
down at us.
This is 1,000 ways to die shit. This or whatever.
1 million ways.
Is there any way I
Let's
could like
see.
rush and grab Wilton? Like tackle him? Or no, is it a little bit too late?
What was your dexterity save altogether, Daigle?
I got +2.
I think you get more than that. I think you're proficient in dexterity save.
Oh,
I have
I got a
+3 on
14
my
+2,
dex.
but I also have a
mine
+4 acrobatics. I don't know if that helps.
Okay. Well, you do manage to avoid getting hit. So let's say try an acrobatics roll. If you get high enough, you can try to save Wilton.
The rest of the party, your legs got broken.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Nope. It doesn't matter. It's just a fail. You're already out of the way. Oh, but you try. Oh no, but you jump.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I get
Now I
fucking
see
hit,
what's
too.
happening. Oh god.
Yeah. So I got
Okay.
fucking hit too.
So you try to do like, a fucking like roll and grab and kind of like spear him out of the way, but he kind of just falls back, and you just like you land on top of each other with this thing slamming down on you, and you guys take
Fuck.
9 points of damage each.
Well, do I take more if I'm on top of him
No.
and save him damage?
Your
or no?
pride takes more.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You're right. You're right.
Dude, just imagine that. Just half the party dies because they're fucking around.
Oh my god. Well,
You
yeah,
guys-
I'm just gonna say that was a low damage roll. So yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Guys, I think it's safe to say this is where we're resting for the night.
Fuck.
That's so
let's